Good morning to all. Today we studied that new chapter that is of heredity and evolution. The next chapter, and this is the last chapter, that is heredity and evolution. This year evolution is deleted from your syllabus, so only heredity will study. That is heredity. What is the heredity? Heredity means the transmission of character from one generation to another generation, that is the heredity. Transmission of characters from one generation to another generation, that is parent to offspring, that is known as heredity. Another word is there, that is variation. Variation means differences, difference among individuals or difference in a population, that is known as variation. Here these two things is there, one is of heredity, another is of variation. A branch of science that deals with heredity and variation. A branch of science that deals with heredity and variation means heredity means how the characters is transmitted from one generation to another generation and how differences occur in them. These heredity and variation, that is known as genetics. A branch of science in which we study that heredity and variation. Heredity means how the character is transmitted, how variation, how differences. That branch is known as genetics. And what happened? That is known as genetics. And the father of genetics is Georg von Mendel. G.J. Mendel was the father of genetics. Before studying that genetics or Mendel's work, we studied about that characters, means that is of heredity characters. The characters which transmit from one generation to another generation, that character is also known as heredity character, or this is known as inherited characters. Inherited characters, that character present in their parents, that will be transmitted to their new young ones, offsprings, that is known as inherited characters. And these characters is known as traits. Traits are the inherited character. Traits are the inherited character that will be transferred from one generation to another generation, parents to offspring, that is known as trait. Or that is inherited character. One more character is that acquired. Acquired characters or acquired trait. So two traits is there. One is of inherited traits that comes from parents, that is the inherited traits, and acquired traits, the characters or traits which acquire during the lifetime by the person, that is known as acquired trait. The characters which acquire by the organism, acquired by the particular ones during the life periods or after the birth, that is known as acquired traits. But the inherited traits present by birth, since birth in the particular organism, and these are present on the genes, on the chromosomes. That's why they are shown in their particular lives. But the acquired characters, the organism or particular ones acquire after the birth during the lifetime. For example, a person do exercise and through which he make their muscles strong, that is of acquired characters. A person by practice that can make good quality in his body, or the person make good voice with the help of revision or with the help of their practice. So these are the acquired characters, just like a person having good gymnast, good player, a person having doctor, or IAS officer, that is due to their acquired characters. If a IAS person is there, his or her new generation will be IAS. We cannot see, because it is depend upon environment, providing facilities or any other things. So all these things which acquire after the birth during the lifetime, that is known as acquired characters, and others that comes from the parent to offspring and move another generation to again, that is known as inherited characters. So all these things studied in the branch of science that is known as genetics. First times about the inherited character, how the character is transmitted, is studied by the Mendel. Mendel selected pea plants. Who was the Mendel? Mendel was the father in a church in Austria, and during when he was father in a church, he studied Mendel's law, Mendel's experiments by working on the pea plants. And why Mendel selected pea plant? Why? Mendel selected pea plants. The following reason is there. Its lifespan is so short. Its lifespan is short. Means suppose if we choose a plant, mango tree, and the mango tree complete their life in 20 years, mango tree produce its first generation after the growing, after the 5 or 6 years. Before that, mango tree cannot produce its new young ones, new seeds. So Mendel selected pea plants. Its lifespan is 3 to 4 months. In 1 year, 3 to 4 generation we also obtain. Second one is it requires very small space. Require very small space. It requires very small space. We can, if we have a small space, in that small space we grow many plants. Very small space. Then normally it self-pollinated as well as manually cross. Normally it is self-pollination is there, but if we want, cross-pollination is also we made in the pea plants. And last is that it has many contrasting characters. Contrasting character. What are the contrasting characters? Contrasting characters means, for example, related to height. One character is of tall, another is of dwarf. These are the two contrasting characters of a single trait. Two contrasting character of a single trait, that is of contrasting character. So many contrasting characters present in the pea plants. That's why Mendel selected pea plants, or that is Pisum sativum plants. What characters selected by the Mendel? Mendel selected 7 characters of the plant, 7 characters. We can say that is the trait, 7 trait. Out of them, one is of dominant, and another is of recessive. Out of that, one is of dominant, another is of recessive. First character which was selected by the Mendel, that is of height, plant height. So tall is of dominant and recessive is of dwarf. So what is dominant, what will be recessive, we study later. But first, the characters or traits which was selected by the Mendel, the 7 traits selected by the Mendel, and for this he took their dominant letter, capital letter for the dominant and a small letter for the recessive. Means tall for T and small t for dwarf, not D. Small t for the dwarf and capital T for the tall plants. Second one character is of flower color. Flower color is purple and white. P and small p. Third one is of odd color. Odd means that fruit that is green and yellow. Fourth one is of odd position. Odd position means fruit position, or we can say flower position also. That is axile or A and terminal or small a. What is axile? Suppose this is the main branch and this is the leaves. If the new flower occur in the axis of the any plants, such condition is known as axile flower. If the new flower originated here at the terminal position, that is known as terminal condition. So axile is the dominant condition and terminal is a recessive condition. Seed color, that is of yellow and green. Then last, that is of seed shape, that is of round and wrinkled. So these 7 character selected by the Mendel for his experiment. 7 characters, that was plant height, tall and dwarf, flower color, purple and white, pod color, green and yellow, pod position, axile and terminal, seed color, yellow and green, and seed shape, that is round and wrinkled. These 7 characters selected by the Mendel for his experiment. Before studying Mendel's experiment, I explained you some terminology that is used in the genetics, that is used during this chapter. We used some terminology. First of all, that is of dominant. Dominant, it is the type of character which express itself always in homozygous condition and in heterozygous condition. Another dominant terminology, that is homozygous and heterozygous. Heterozygous. Homozygous, homo means same and hetero means different. Homo means these zygote comes from two gametes. Suppose one is of this capital B, another is of capital B, both fertilized together to form capital B, capital B. This is the homozygous. Heterozygous, suppose one is capital B, another is a small d, both fertilized together to form capital D, small d. So this is homozygous, this one is of heterozygous. Or this again is homozygous, that is small d cross with small d, that is these two condition is the homozygous condition. So now first we explain dominant. Dominant is a character that expresses itself in homozygous condition, also in heterozygous condition. Means if we produce this plant that produce tall plants, if we produce this, it produce tall. Means यहाँ पर कैपिटल टी है, दूसरा स्मॉल टी है, परंतु स्मॉल टी अपना कैरेक्टर शो नहीं करेगा. क्यों? That is the dominant. This is the dominant. Another is a recessive. Recessive, which is show only in that homozygous condition. यानी ये कंडीशन होगी तभी रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर शो होगा, that is dwarf. Otherwise, in this character, that small t character will not express itself. Any capital T or small t में the plant will be dominant, not so the tallness character, not the dwarf characters. So dominant always express itself in both condition, homozygous and heterozygous, and recessive only in heterozygous condition. First thing, homozygous, heterozygous, okay. Another one is of genotype. Genotype, which is the gene combination of an organism. Gene combination of an organism, that is genotype. Capital D, capital D, capital D, small d, small d, small t. These are the genotype. So that is, this is the genetic combination of an organism known as genotype. One more characteristics terminology, that is phenotype. Phenotype means observable character. Observable character. ऐसा character जिसको we observe the particular character, that is known as observable character. For example, capital T is of, we know that is genotype. But if we, this is the seed which have capital T genes, but we cannot see. But whenever we grow this seed, it produces tall plants. We can see that is the tall plants, and this is the phenotype, observable character. Such type of character we can observe, which is known as phenotype. Now, another terminology, that is of hybrid. Hybrid means here suppose one capital D, another is of small d. When we made cross between them, that form capital T, small t, we can see it is cross, or this process is known as hybridization. Hybridization or cross, and through which we produce hybrid. And the plants which taken as a capital T and small t, these are the parents. This one is of generation, and these are the parents. So this is the some terminology which is utilized in genetics, and these are dominant, recessive, homozygous, heterozygous, genotype, phenotype, cross, hybridization or cross, and hybrid. In next time we will study that another portion or next portion, the Mendel's experiments. If you are having any confusion right now,